What is up, guys? Pocketcraft here, and welcome to my new series, the Minecraft Pocket Edition Survival Guide. In this series, I'm going to be playing through a Minecraft survival world on Pocket Edition with two main goals. One is going to be to provide you guys with some tips and tricks and hopefully help you to become better Minecraft players and have more fun while playing the game. And two will be to hopefully provide something enjoyable to watch. But before I go any farther, I'm going to start with my first tip and trick, which is actually to turn on your coordinates. I never play any game without my coordinates on in Minecraft because I get lost really easily, and that's not something I like. So coordinates are on, and so there is an abandoned village here, but I'm not even going to explore that right now just because I'm trying to show you guys the way to usually start a Minecraft game. And usually, if I ever started, there's an abandoned village, I'm going straight there. But because most of the time there isn't an abandoned village right at the spawn, I'm not going to use that because most of you guys probably won't encounter that, so it wouldn't be that helpful of a tip. But when you're starting out in Minecraft, there are two main goals on your first day, which is what we're covering in this video, is like your first day and your first night. Your two main concerns are shelter and food. If you get those two, then you can kind of be fine, but without those two, you're in a lot of trouble. And so if you see a taiga biome like this, you're in a lot of luck. Because if you see trees like this, it usually means that there are sweet berries nearby, which is a great source of food early on. And actually, there's some pumpkins over there, which we're also really lucky to see. And I'll go get those in a second. But what I want to do really quickly is punching stuff is really slow. And so I'd like to be able to stop doing that as soon as possible. So what we're going to do, actually, before we get any farther, is try and get some better tools. And so we're going to get a crafting table really quickly here. And I don't want to have a whole lot of wood tools either. And so I think the best thing here is I'm going to get a wood shovel. And then I'm going to need a pick as well, which I think I'll actually need one more piece of wood for. And then I can dig down really quickly, and I should be able to get some stone tools right off the bat, which will be nice for harvesting wood. Because if you've played Minecraft much before, you know that's the thing you do on the first day, is get a bunch of wood. And so the best way to do that is to get, at least in my opinion, is to get a stone axe really quick, because otherwise it can be a little painful just punching blocks the whole time. I'm not going to dig straight down because that's a no-no, and I'm supposed to be a Minecraft YouTuber, so I probably shouldn't be doing dumb things like digging straight down. Even though, if I'm being honest, I've done it many times. But we are going to just get a little bit of cobblestone right here. Not a lot, because we don't need a lot. But actually, there's coal right there, which also is another great tip. So it's nice that that showed up. If you can find coal, I wouldn't go out searching for it your first day. But if you can find coal on your first day, that's a big win. It's really nice to be able to get rid of darkness, because that's where mobs spawn, obviously. And so it can be a lot easier to build a shelter if you have coal. As well as if you can't find any plants to feed yourself, such as sweet berries, which we should be able to find, so I think we'll be fine. But if you build a campfire, then you can kill any animal and cook it with just the campfire, which I think a campfire only takes one piece of coal. And so that'll be super helpful. And so we're going to stop right here. I think that's plenty of coal. I don't want you guys to have to watch me get coal the whole time, because that'd be pretty boring. We're just going to pillar up out of here so we get out of here quickly. And now we're going to make a stone axe, because that'll make everything go a whole lot quicker. And I'm actually going to make two of them. I probably could have gotten a sword, would have been nice, but I think stone axe, two stone axes will make everything go quickly. So we're going to go through and clear out a little bit of wood, but that's pretty simple. I think you guys know how to do that. And so I'll talk a little bit while doing this, and then I'll do the rest of this later off camera while I go do some of the other priorities, because I think we have plenty of wood to start off, although I usually try and get like a stack on the first day, just because that's a lot, but I want to make sure you get the other priorities first, right? Because once you have this, in all honesty, food is the most important thing, because a shelter, you can just dig a hole in the side of a cave or a mountain, and you'll be fine. And so really food is your most important thing. And there's a dog here, which is sweet, because I want to get a dog as soon as possible. But explore, I'm going to explore around here to try and find some sweet berries. And while I do that, there's a horse too. That's cool. while I do that, I want to talk a little bit about kind of some of my goals for this series. So I think it's always good to talk about goals because it gives you something to go with as you're going through. And so one of the things that I want to do, if you've seen my Flamingo Craft series, which that was like my first videos as a Minecraft YouTuber. So they're not my best quality, but they were a lot of fun to make. And if you've seen those, you'll know I'm not the best builder. So one of the things I want to get better at in here is become a better builder. And just a little side note here, there are 3 sheep here, which is perfect. Because another thing you want to get on your first day, if you can, would be a bed. And usually I don't like to kill sheep just because you can shear them, so it feels kind of messed up to get it. But that was awesome because now I have enough wool to make a bed, which means at nighttime I technically don't even need a shelter. And I'm probably going to try and make one just in case, but that's perfect because now we can just, as soon as it gets dark, go to bed, and no mobs will really have time to spawn, so we should be pretty safe. I'm going to go around and look for a couple more sweet berries, but there are foxes here and wolves, which is awesome. This is a pretty sweet spawn, I'm not going to lie. And just so you guys know, I will be putting the seed down below in case any of you want to play along with me. And just to remind you guys, not remind you, but I did a boo-boo earlier. I broke the bush before I harvested it. If you harvest it, you'll get more than breaking it. So harvest it first, just a quick small tip. But I think that's enough sweet berries to start off. I can go start a really small farm. I'd prefer to find a little bit more, but don't want to make you guys watch me get sweet berries for an hour. So I'm going to start looking around for a place to go and maybe start out. In all honesty, I kind of like this area is fairly pretty, and there's some stuff around, and I don't have to have a permanent settlement here, right? It's just going to be the beginning. So this might be where I want to start out. But going back to the seed, I have the seed, and I'll put it in the description, but I'd prefer that if any of you do want to play along, which I think would be awesome to play along, I would just ask that you don't spoil anything for me. Be like where anything is, right? Because that would kind of stink. So I would ask that you don't spoil anything. But besides that, I'm pretty open with whatever, and I think it'd be awesome for you guys to play along. However, one thing I would like to ask is, since this is the first episode, if any of you guys have questions about how to do certain things in Minecraft Pocket Edition, things you've always wondered, things you need help with, I would ask that you comment down below what those are so I can try and get those together for you. And if you see right here, that's another good tip, is if you just put food on campfire, it will cook for you, which is awesome. So I'm going to start building just a small sweet berry farm. And I'm going to show you guys some techniques to do that in a good way. What you want to do is get some fence posts like that, and then get some slabs. And what you're going to do is, because sweet berries, if you walk on them, they hurt pretty bad. And it's not something that you want to go through. And so you'll put a fence post right here, and then you put your sweet berries in a line, and just like that. I guess we'll start with rows of 6 because that's what I got. And then what you're going to do is build that over the top, because this will protect you from stepping over it. And I'm going to have to make a couple more of those, but it looks like the sun is setting. And so usually it would be good to build a shelter, but I don't really need one since I have a bed. So I'm just going to go to bed as soon as I can. Also, it's a great thing about recently, now just touching your bed will set your respawn point. So that's just a great tip to always know, is you can set your respawn point early, which is nice. So right there, we've got our first day is over, actually, and first night. And so I think that's going to be, most of the episode was just getting through that. But I think just a couple things I want to hit on is, remember, first, most important things, food and shelter. If you can handle that, you're pretty good throughout the first day. And I didn't even build a shelter, but if you have a bed, you can kind of avoid it. It's just for safety reasons so you don't die. In the next episode, I'm going to focus more on building a sustainable food source and building a house, probably. But in the meantime, I'm going to go around and gather some resources that seem... I just walked in fire, so that was dumb. Some resources that will be necessary. That might be not as fun to watch me get just some wood and stuff. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please throw down a like and subscribe to my channel if you're new. But please comment down below things you would like to learn. And if not, I'm going to see you guys all in that next video. So have a great day, and bye.